What's cracking with your snack and snacker stars? You know, over the past 4 years since I started reviewing pizzas here on Pizza Night, all the time I get people saying, hey man, are you loaded? Do you get baked before you do these reviews? Well, I've never really answered that question, but maybe Tombstone can answer it for me. I'll be right back to let you know right after this on Pizza Night. Rabbit, 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 never fear! Pizza Night is here, so make sure you grab a can of beer. It's the first Friday in July, Friday, July 1st, 2016. Priority boarding has never been a problem. Apparently not. That kitty is flying in first class. And ladies and gentlemen, going back to the well once again, because our friends at Tombstone have created a couple of brand new limited edition pizzas that I just had to try out. You see, I've already tried the Bratwurst and the Diablo from last year. What else could they have up their sleeves? Well, from the clue that I gave you in the opening, that's right, this baby's called the limited edition Baked and Loaded, or Bak'd Loaded pizza by Tombstone, which has seasoned russet potatoes, crispy bacon, real Wisconsin mozzarella and cheddar cheeses, with sour cream and chive sauce on an original crust. We all know that means that thin and crispy crust that I'm not that fond of, but I found a way to work around it by cooking it pretty well properly. Taking a look at the picture there, that looks pretty interesting. Looks like it's got lots of bacon crumbled on the top there from the picture. Let's hope it's just as many when we get it open. Also some potato chunks in there. All kinds of good stuff. All right, let me go ahead and take this bad boy out of the package and show it to you in its frozen form. All right, we're back with the Baked and Loaded pizza from Tombstone. Picked it up from my local Safeway for $5.49. A little bit closer to back down to earth pricing for a Tombstone. I'd still like to see it closer to that $4 range, but hey, this is a limited edition, so why not? Let me go ahead and pull off the slip cover. There we go. And there we are. As you can see, yes, lots of bacon on there. They wanted us to go ahead and preheat the oven to 400, which I have done, and they want us to put it in there for about 17 to 19 minutes. I'm going to check it after 15, see what's brewing, maybe even put it into the broiler for a little bit, even though there's no pepperoni on there. Maybe it'll crisp up the bacon and the potatoes and melt that cheese down real good. All right, guys, I'll be right back with the finished product and more right after this on Pizza Night. All right, gang, we're back, and we're going to take a look at the finished product of the Tombstone Limited Edition Baked and Loaded Pizza. Like I said, $5.49 at the local Safeway, and there you go. So basically, I let it go for about 14 minutes in the oven. I turned it halfway, so about 7 minutes. I turned it a little bit to even out some of the heat. And then, after that, I put it in the broiler on low for 30 seconds, and this is what it turned out like. I think it turned out really good, guys. That cheese really started to melt up real nice. There's the potatoes there looking at us, looking all happy. The bacon has melted down into the, or gone down into the melted cheese a bit. Hopefully gotten a little bit crispy. I don't think the crust got too mangled by the oven, but it's a little brown on the outside there. And it looks okay on the bottom, just kind of golden brown. All right, guys. I'm going to grab the pizza scissors and I'm going to hack this thing up for you and show you the 420 slice. Alright, there you go. I hacked up about half of the bottom of the pizza down there into 4 slices. I'd say this is about a 12-inch pie. Not too tiny, not too big. Pick up that 420 slice. I tell you, it smells like I've been cooking a baked potato in here. I guess that's what their goal is. A little bit of flop left. I think I might have left it in the oven a little too long. Going to be a really crunchy crust, but man, all those toppings together look pretty good on there. Not sure about a sour cream sauce being in the oven, but oh well, you only live once. Alright guys, I'll be right back to check out this baked and loaded pizza right after this on Pizza Night. That's right, Daddy, this week I'm getting baked and loaded here with the sAs and Pizza Night with the Baked and Loaded, is that what it's called? Yep. Baked and Loaded pizza from Tombstone. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up what is more like a 315 slice than a 420. Hold it up to my noggin the way I always do. just to kind of give you an idea of the overall girth and size and, you know, scope of the situation. Not a gigantic piece of pizza, but not a tiny one either. I had 2 potatoes on there. I think one just fell on the floor when I was showing it to you next to my noggin. Oh well, that's just the way it goes sometimes. I really like the way this pizza looks, and I also like the way it smells. Let me go ahead and take a bite and see if I like the way it tastes. Well guys, when I think about this pizza after having eaten almost an entire slice there, one term comes to my mind, and that's comfort food, because that's what this tastes like. It's got the nice bread, so to speak, in the crust, which is not that great. It's kind of cardboardy, but you know what they're getting at with it there. The sauce with the sour cream and chives in it actually gives it what little zing that it has. Then it kind of blends with that mozzarella cheese, and then the cheddar cheese on top adds a little extra flavor that you would not have actually had you just gone with mozzarella, and gives us a more authentic potato taste, baked potato taste. Speaking of the potatoes, I only had the one, but it did give the pizza an interesting flavor. I've had potato on pizza before, and it kind of transfers the whole starch component of the pizza into that flavor. So that sort of carried over into the crust and actually helped me visualize the experience of eating the baked potato. And then you have to talk about the bacon. The bacon, although it's plentiful on the pizza, does not have plenty of flavor. It's kind of stunted in that sort of aspect. It adds some good texture. You know, you feel like you're gnawing on some pork or something like that, a little bit of bacon, but it's not crispy, and it's also just not flavorful. So it doesn't score a lot of points for that. But all in all, this is pretty good. I'd eat it again, especially if it were on sale. It reminds me more of a, what do you call it, potato skin, rather than a full-on baked potato. But still, it's a pretty neat little gimmick. I'm glad they came out with it, and I'm super glad they didn't try to get it all fancy and frou-frou and throw some broccoli up on top of there. P.U. I would not have reviewed that pizza if that were the case. Alright guys, so all that together, cardboardy crust, interesting, good sauce with a little bit of zing, comfort food, very mild, and then the cheeses are really good, the potatoes nice. I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a 2/3 of a thumbs up. I don't think it quite warrants a 3/4, but 2/3, pretty darn close to a 3/4 perhaps, but maybe if the bacon were just a little more bacony, you know what I'm saying? Perhaps if they had chopped it up a little less fine, the flavors would have represented a little bit better. I don't know, but 2/3 thumbs up. Thanks for watching. You can check out all of the videos that I have done reviewing Tombstone pizzas, including last week's, by looking through the extensive archives of the sAs Snacks YouTube channel. Also, down below you'll find a link to our Facebook group. You should join that, because everybody in there is cool and awesome and pretty darn badass, if you don't mind me saying so myself. Also, down there you'll see links to the Twitter and the Instagram at Brandon Reich SAS. Always use the hashtag Snack Society when you're talking about snacks online. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, in between time, stay tuned for next week. It's another one. Bye-bye.